It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here.
And
I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here too.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, the year begins with a real challenge for them. On the road, hostile environment. They've been refining things in the preseason, but not under this kind of pressure. We'll see if they can come out strong to earn their first victory. Here we are, opening night. Every club can have high aspirations, but Kenny, what's the key to growing throughout the year?
Oh, when you said club, I was thinking nightclub. Oh, what are you talking about?
Of course, you always.
But, you got to be willing to adjust. Honestly, be willing to adjust. Don't stick with the same plan just because you might think it worked. If it's
Chance! Whoa!
Capacity crowd here at the United Center. We've got the San Antonio Spurs taking on the defending NBA champions, the Chicago Bulls. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone, for joining us here in the start of a new season. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. And it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. And it's the Spurs ball. And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got Murray. Barnett is out there with Markkanen. And it's McCree in at the 3 slot. Brent, I know it's a long season, but there's something special about NBA opening night.
We do a great job of presenting that, too. Every year, there's just spectacular stuff going on all day long. So many people are fired up to get to the arena. People coming early, festive. You get your new gear on. You got the new colors, whatever the new shoes are. Everybody's got them on. Let's get fired up and throw it up.
You remember opening day, don't you? Especially as a rookie, I would assume. My goodness.
Of course, the very first opening day sticks with you the most. Mine happened to be with the Los Angeles Clippers when I was drafted by the Denver Nuggets, traded to LA, but I do remember that day, and I still have that jersey, Kevin.
No kidding.
Well, it didn't get played all that much in the first game, but I still have it.
No good on that one. Here's Wolf. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Little General's got his first 3 points of the game. Murray the pass to McCree. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Barnett, no good.
Yeah, they're a little bit cold here. 0 for 4 to get this one going.
Irving, good.
Kyrie's got such a great touch from the outside. He's making that long shot look way too easy for a point guard of his size.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. The Spurs have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Got a piece of it. To the paint, here's Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
And how about the hops there by Markkanen? He knows not many guys can block that shot. Good at getting that deep post position.
Now here's Irving. He has 6 from 11 feet away. Here's Wolf. And the Bulls, another 3.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Murray outside. Here's Barnett. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And where's the help? Obviously a missed rotation, something they're going to want to patch up.
Well, you have to be able to trust each other on the defensive end of the floor. Otherwise, the whole thing is just going to crumble.
Irving kicks to Anderson. Count that one. Anderson's got his first points of the night.
Aggressive coming out of the gate here, guys. Wow.
And already the lead is significant. Excellent play on both ends.
Here's Barnett, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 16-6 run. Got a piece of it. Here's Anderson out to the right wing. Buckets. Another one falls for Chicago.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And going against Chicago, their first game of the NBA's regular season.
Yeah, 2 clubs that rarely face off, East versus West. This is going to be a nice treat for the fans.
Well, kicking off this 2-game season series, I expect a lot of feeling out by both teams and the coaching staff, and then a number of subsequent adjustments in this one.
And here's a look at the stats for Markkanen. He's coming off an excellent season. He was around 21 points per game, 7 assists and 6 rebounds. And every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
The role consists of rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else he gives you is found change in the couch.
The Bulls leading by 10. Brent, when you won your first championship back in 2005, you were inserted into the starting lineup in the playoffs against the Nuggets. What did that feel like?
Well, that was a lot of fun. I joked around a lot about I was replacing Manu in the starting lineup. It was very exciting to have that opportunity, and obviously that team that year going on to do great things. The goal we set out to do was win the championship. Mission accomplished.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Murray after the Bulls pick up 2. Now here's Markkanen. Pass to McCree. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
The pass to Wolf. Over Murray. And he makes the 8-footer. Little General's got 8 points.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Barnett passes to Markkanen. Good on the triple. Markkanen's got it back down to within single digits for San Antonio.
And I tell you what, Markkanen has already mastered the art of the bank shot. Loves getting it up there and knocking that one down. You have got to be in his space if you want to disrupt his rhythm.
Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Down low, and Anderson slams it in.
And from the opening tip, they just crushed it. You see it now on the scoreboard.
Just incredible flow offensively. Everyone's doing their part. Let's see if they can sustain this early momentum.
Knocks it loose. Now here's Murray. Not a lot of room. Here's McCree. And it's denied.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing the defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key. And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Murray, the pass to Barnett. Here's McCree. Anderson with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. San Antonio calls timeout. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. I was able to speak with Chicago's head coach. This is their first game of the season against one of the better defensive teams in the league. He said we have to be patient offensively and not just settle for mediocre shots. It's about moving the ball and making that extra pass. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the report, David. Guys, just how difficult is it to face a team with this kind of defense?
Kevin, it is tough. They've got some guys who can totally wreck your game plan with their activity on D.
I also wonder if this is going to give them a spark of their own on defense. You face a team with this kind of pressure, and it can get you fired up to prove that you're every bit as tough as your opponent.
A chance to check out stats for Anderson. Coming off a terrific season. 6 in steals and a great touch around the rim. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And like a thief in the night, he will pick your pocket clean. Top 10 in steals, as you said last year. Always a threat to cause a turnover. For 3, Murray. Rebound, Gordon Hayward. And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for Chicago. It's a 13-point game. A 3 from Anderson. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. And that's now 9 points for the Wizards. San Antonio's gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter.
And Gordon Hayward is a player who's always found a way to add something to his game. Now he feels comfortable going at a defense either inside or out. Great strength when attacking the rim and can shrug off those defenders.
Here's Murray. The Bulls knocking down the three. Passes it to McCree to end the run. Rebound by the Bulls.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Murray with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And there's the bucket from Markkanen. And Greg, you mentioned Hayward's strength. That and his ball fakes seem to be not as recognized as they should be.
Yeah, I think Hayward has one of the better pump fakes in our league. Great deception with inside-out dribbles to create space. And the things he does well aren't immediately apparent, but Hayward's terrific fundamentals are what make him a great scorer.
And Chicago has possession following the three-pointer by San Antonio. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the three. Pass to Buckets from the corner, and he drops that one in. Buckets got his second bucket of the night.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Yeah, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
Now here's Murray. Pass to McCree. From deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some. McCree's got 5.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
On the wing, Irving. And then Irving slams it in.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
There are times where you have to play with a little bit more caution. That's already his second foul in the first quarter.
Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for the Bulls. Cameron Payne comes in for the Little General. Anderson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for DeJounte Murray. Here's Osman. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's McCree. Good on the three-point shot. McCree's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Spurs.
Unable to close out defensively, even against the smallest shooter.
Yeah, it's tough sometimes to get a hand up on the three-point shot, but in this case, that didn't even affect it.
That one good for 2.
Right, you can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
Here's Barnett. 9 points in the game so far.
Well, there's a couple things that Patty is working on to be a better player in this league, and finding the open man is one of them.
Down low, here's Anderson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. With today's superstars often joining forces, Brent, we hear some retired legends saying they wanted to beat their rivals, not join their rivals. What do you think?
I saw a lot of joining going on from some of the guys who make those comments, Kevin, so that sort of stuff just eludes me as to where it's coming from. This league has always been dominated by teams that have at least two, if not 3 upper echelon
superstar
players that end up winning titles. So it's happening now. It happened then. It will continue to happen.
Chicago leading by 11. Irving finds Zeller. And here's Payne. And it's off from three-point range.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
A 3 from Anderson. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been tripled.
Offensive rebound.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Inside and stolen by Zeller. High arcing shot. He lays it in. And now it's a 12-point Chicago lead.
And a terrific use of the floater, unguardable really, because you can't do anything defensively to stop it.
And Mills kicks to Patton. And he banks in the layup.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Now the pass to Irving. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time. I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Jacks up a three. Connects from three-point range. He's got 5.
Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Mills dishes to Anderson. He feeds it to Anderson. Spurs were the big slam, but it works just the same. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. Bulls making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. .29 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Another shot. Valentine. Anderson with the block. And Anderson has it in the corner. Anderson. It's good on the putback.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now Payne. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. From the arc. No good on the shot.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
And so it's Chicago heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league is a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Aggressive defense in that first period. They forced several miscues.
You just start to wonder, how did we get to this score at the end of one? I think those steals really established momentum in their favor.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. On the court for San Antonio, we've got Ryan Anderson. He's out there with Anderson. Mills out there with Patton. And it's Osman in at the shooting guard. Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Patton. Chicago's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Talk about what it means to be a good teammate, Brent. You've played with good ones. You've played with bad ones. I've always thought you were team first when you play.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. There's just an idea about what it is that you can contribute to the team. I think you always have to accentuate those ideals. Your approach on a daily basis has to be consistent. And if you're a starting player, it's one mentality. And if you're somebody that plays off the bench, you have to come to practice every day to push the guy that's in front of you and wait for your opportunity. But most of the time, it's that kind of consistency with which you come to work and the attitude of making sure that I want to make any kind of contribution.